All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Tuesday, where we have yet another NFL triple header for you as we continue with week number 1 of our new sim season number 36. We'll have the Eagles and the Ravens to kick things off, interconference game, and then we'll have the Giants at the Carolina Panthers, and then our third game will be an NFC Central division battle between the Vikings and the Buccaneers. Looking at everybody here, Jax has already taken a pick. Jax is going with Baltimore. Braden's going with Philadelphia. Evil Dead, well, he'll be the tiebreaker, I guess, when he comes on. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. I would really, really appreciate it. All right, let's head out to Baltimore for this one. It's the Eagles and Ravens here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Eagles and the Ravens. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. New England fan has joined us. TMG is here tonight as well. And Evil Dead checks in. And Evil Dead is taking Philadelphia in this one. New England fan, welcome on back. Last night the Patriots beat the Redskins 21-7. We got the Eagles and the Ravens. Eagles will kick off. We're underway live from Baltimore. TMG's picking Baltimore. On the return for the Ravens, it'll be number 84. That's Preston. That's Walker Preston, the rookie out of Syracuse. Brings it out to the 26-yard line. Good to see TMG in the house. Key Harris, the fourth-year quarterback out of Grambling State. And New England fan. I guess the snow's finally melted up there in Vermont, right, New England fan? You can come out of hibernation and be on Jammin' Sports. Skins play their cheerleader. Yeah, they didn't play well last night. 1st and 10, Ravens at their own 26. Harris in the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. They hand off to Woody Marks. In his second year out of USC, he loses 3 yards on the tackle for the Eagles. Number 94, Tyson Willis, the rookie out of Texas A&M. It'll be 2nd and 13 from Baltimore. Yeah, we have a great crowd here on this Tuesday night. On 2nd and 13, Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks turns inside and gets out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Let me give everybody a heads up right now. If Fastack shows up, ban him immediately if I don't get to him first. Long story, I'll explain later. On 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line, Harris looking. Throws, caught for the first down. Jason Siegel, the former Raider, the tight end, 14 yards, out to the 44-yard line. The Raiders let him go after being with them for, 7 seasons. More than that, for 10 seasons. In his 13th year out of Tulsa. 4 receivers wide, Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10, Ravens. 4 wide. Harris back. Throws. Coming across. Making the catch. Nice catch by DeMarcus Dixon. Out to the 37-yard line. They cross midfield. That's a 19-yard gain. First down, Baltimore. Ravens have a nice opening drive going on. Yeah, he's been doing some unscrupulous things. I want no part of him. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Harris throws. Gets it outside to Maurice Taylor. 5 yards out to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Now, we haven't seen Fastac in here in months, but I shut down the Discord account. He'll notice eventually. 2nd and 5 from the 32-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks out to the 34-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Coming up to make the tackle, number 27 for the Eagles. Must be 37. That'd be Darrell Yates, the rookie out of Washington. I don't have a 27 on the Eagles. Double checking. I don't. 3rd and 7. Big third down for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Harris looking. Rolls out. Throws. Caught at the 30. Making the catch is Siegel. But he's short of the first down. Only a 4-yard gain. On the tackle, Devontae Ross, the 10th-year linebacker out of North Carolina State. Now the field goal unit will come on. Rob Belton in his 8th year out of Wisconsin. This will be from 47 yards to get the Ravens on the board first. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Ravens get a field goal on the opening drive. And they take a 3-0 lead. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. All the gang is here tonight. Good to see New England fan back. Always good to see TMG here. TMG from Cincinnati. The kickoff by Dave Justice from the 5-yard line. On the return, this is Stephen Whitley in his 3rd year out of Miami. Brings it out to the 28-yard line. And the starting quarterback for your Philadelphia Eagles, Caden Powell, the 9th-year quarterback out of Kentucky. Yeah, TMG, who's only available to join us live on Tuesdays and Wednesdays nights, his days off. He lives in Cincinnati. He works overnights the rest of the week. But he keeps up on YouTube, which is way cool. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Eagles opening drive. Powell back. Looking. In trouble now. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 24, a loss of 4. On the sack, Kevin Riddick in his 10th year out of Dayton. TMG is a Bengals Redskins fan. Okay. A loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14. Back at the 24-yard line. 5 wide for Philadelphia. Empty backfield for Powell. Powell draws back. Throws. Caught underneath. Making the catch. Number 82, Terrence Ferguson, in his 2nd year out of Oregon. A gain of 12 out to the 36-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Big third down for Philadelphia, down 3-0. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Lattimore, tries to get outside. Out to the 35-yard line. I don't think that's Lattimore anymore. It's not. It's DJ Burke. Lattimore is no longer on the Eagles. Burke, who comes over from the Chargers. It'll be a loss of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. DJ Burke, the former Packer, the former Charger, now a Philadelphia Eagle. Eagles go 3 and out. They'll have to punt. Caleb Swayze back to punt. We do have a 4th Lattimore now in the league, Devin Lattimore. I think he's with the Saints. On 4th and 3. The punt by Swayze is away from the 18-yard line. On the return, number 84, that's Walker Preston, the rookie out of Syracuse. Injury timeout. An Eagle goes to the bench. That's Terry Watson, the linebacker. First and 10, Baltimore. They're up 3-0 here in the first quarter. 3:16 left in the first. Ravens got a field goal on their opening drive. The Eagles went 3 and out. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them online. They look good. 1st and 10. Harris drops back. It's a blitz. And he barely gets it off. Bringing the pressure, number 96, Elisha McKenzie, in his second year out of Alabama, the defensive tackle. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Baltimore. 3:14 left to play here in the first quarter. 4 wide for the Ravens. Harris in the shotgun. In motion is Griffin Wright, the tight end. Harris throws outside, caught by Wright down the sideline. And Griffin Wright out to the 37-yard line. And that'll be enough for the first down, a gain of 10. First down, Ravens. Griffin Wright in his 7th year out of Montana, now playing for his 4th team in 7 years. 4 wide, Harris in the gun, 1st and 10. In motion is Maurice Taylor. Harris, play action, throws, dumps it off to Marks, who turns upfield. And Woody Marks out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. .220 left here in the first. Ravens on the move, up 3-0. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris takes the snap, fakes the handoff inside, throws down the middle, and that's caught by DeMarcus Dixon down to the 32-yard line. 26 yards to DeMarcus Dixon in his 6th year out of Air Force. First and 10 Ravens, now deep in Philadelphia territory once again. On 1st and 10, Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks, and Marks not much. In fact, he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Woody Marks in his 2nd year out of USC. Down to 122 and counting here in the first quarter. Ravens up 3-0. 3 backs in the backfield surrounding Harris in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. The fullback in motion, that's Stevenson. They hand off to Marks, and Marks picks up 2 down to the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Under a minute left to play here in quarter number 1. Good crowd here tonight. Evil Dead, Jax, Brandon Mann, TMG is here, New England fans here. 3rd and 8 from the 30-yard line, 4 wide. Harris back. Harris looking. Harris throws, caught, wide open. DeMarcus Dixon dropped it. He tried to run before he caught it. He looked away. You got to look the ball in, man. 4th down. And this will be another 47-yard attempt by Rob Belton. He nailed it from 47 earlier. This one also from 47. Yeah, he heard first steps, is right. Kick is up. And it's good. And the Ravens take a 6-0 lead. He definitely heard footsteps. 6-0 Ravens. They should be up 14-0, to be honest with you. 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, Week 1, here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Giants and the Panthers up next. And then we have the Vikings and the Buccaneers. Dave Justice will kick off. From the 7-yard line on the return, number 22, and that's Cole Nelson in his 8th year out of Miami. Brings it out to the 31-yard line. Actually, I had that wrong. It was Don Reese on the return. I was off by 1. As Caden Powell will come back out to lead the offense for Philadelphia. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for him to show himself. First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back. Powell looking, throws, incomplete. He threw over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Jason Stackhouse, incomplete. It'll be second and 10 from the 31. I like what Jack said earlier. I love those uniforms. Those Philadelphia Eagle uniforms, they're so cool. Second and 10 from the 31-yard line. Powell fakes the handoff, throws, caught by Burke in the flat, turns upfield, gets up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 3, it'll be third and 7. Delaney on the tackle. Eric Delaney, the fourth-year linebacker out of Alabama. Coming up on the end of the first quarter here, 20 seconds or so. This might be the last play of the quarter. 5 wide, empty backfield. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Powell looking. Powell got hit as he threw, incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth and 7. Applying the pressure, number 97, Ben Owens, in his 9th year out of Ohio State. Fourth and 7. Caleb Swayze back to punt. Swayze gets the punt away. Be fielded at the 20 and brought back to the 25-yard line by Walker Preston. And now with 2 seconds left in the first quarter, be first and 10 Ravens, up 6-0 at their own 25-yard line. Ravens, at least they have points. Philadelphia, they can't get something going yet. First and 10, Harris in the gun. Stevenson in motion. Harris hands off to Marks up the middle. And Woody Marks out to the 33, a gain of 8. At the end of 1, the Ravens lead at 6-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the second quarter. The Ravens lead the Eagles 6-0. A gain of 7 on the previous play. It'll be second and 3 from the 33-yard line. The Ravens own 33. Opening day for both teams. 5 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris back. Throws a swing pass to Marks, who was in motion out to the 32-yard line. That's actually no gain. It'll be third and 3. Eagles came up and made the tackle quickly. On third and 3 from the 32-yard line. Harris in the gun. Harris fakes the handoff inside. Throws outside. Caught in the flat but out of bounds. Number 85, that's Lawrence Burns in his 8th year out of Oregon State. It'll be fourth and 5. He actually lost 2 yards. The pass, he wasn't looking where he was going. Steps out of bounds. It'll be fourth and 5 from the 31-yard line. Back to punt, Dave Justice. Now playing for his 5th team in his 10th year out of Air Force. Justice gets the punt away. Returned by, let's see, number 22, Don Reese, out to the 25-yard line. First down, Eagles. Let's see if Philadelphia can get back in this game. Evil Dead and Braden both took Philadelphia. Jax took the Ravens. TMG took Philadelphia, right? First and 10 from the 25, 4 wide. Powell back. Powell throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Broken up by Cole Nelson, the 8th year defensive back out of Miami. It'll be second and 10. Baltimore, I'm sorry. Thanks, TMG. On second and 10 from the 25, 4 wide. Powell draws back. Powell got hit as he threw, incomplete. It'll be third and 10. This Baltimore defense is causing the Eagles some fits. Eagles can't even get out of their own way. 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. In motion is Burke. Now 5 wide. Powell draws back. Powell throws. Caught by Stackhouse down to the 37-yard line. Jason Stackhouse, a 12-yard gain. The 6th-year receiver out of Colgate. Not the toothpaste, the college. Wasn't Colgate an Ivy League school at one time? Evil Dead might know that. Are they still an Ivy League school? I think they are, if I'm not mistaken. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Burke again, and DJ Burke makes his way out to the 43-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. 6.5 minutes left. They are not. All right. Thank you, Evil Dead. I couldn't remember. It's a very obscure small school. 2nd and 4 from the 43-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Burke again. And DJ Burke out to the 45. A gain of 2. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 4th year out of Florida. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the 45-yard line. Yeah, they're still an elite school, yes. I always thought they were an Ivy League school for some reason. Powell in the shotgun, 3rd and 2. Powell hands off to Burke. And Burke out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 4. And that'll be a first down for Philadelphia. Only 14% accepted. That's kind of like here at Jammin' Sports. I'm very particular. I only choose 14% of the people to come in here to be my moderator. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. In motion is Burke. Empty backfield now. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught on the sideline by Alex Bodie, the rookie out of Georgia Southern. That'll be a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd and inches. I know, I was being funny. Only 14% don't become mods. Hey, I surround myself with good people. That's the secret to success, man. On 2nd and inches, Powell to Burke. Gets the first down. Burke around the outside. Out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 10. No problem, TMG. If you're a moderator on this channel, that means you're one of the cool ones. That's really what it means. 1st and 10 Eagles. They finally have something going down to the Raven 31-yard line. They can take the lead on this drive. Only down 6-0. On 1st and 10, Powell in the shotgun. In motion is Green, Kenny Green. Powell looking. Powell throws, caught downfield by Terrence Ferguson, the tight end, out to the 21, a gain of 9. In his 2nd year out of Oregon, the Oregon Duck. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 21. Last night, the 49ers pounded the Falcons 28-3. The Patriots beat the Redskins 21-7. And Buffalo dismantled Dallas. What was that, 28-10? 2nd and 1 from the 21-yard line. Burke in motion. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught. Oh, Burke dropped it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. DJ Burke in his 10th year out of Georgia. Burke spent 8 years with Green Bay, 1 season with the Chargers last season, and now he's on Philadelphia. 3rd and 1, Powell back. Powell throws, caught along the sideline by Jackson Clark, the rookie out of Oregon, the tight end, who gets down to the 9-yard line, a gain of 12. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle, the linebacker, and that's a first down for Philadelphia. Jackson Clark, a really good tight end. 1st and goal from the 9. Eagles trying to take the lead. Powell in the shotgun. 3.5 minutes left in the half. Powell looking. Powell rolls out. Throws deep. Back of the end zone, incomplete. Just threw it away. It'll be 2nd and goal. Giants, Panthers up next. Vikings, Bucks after that. A triple header tonight. 2nd and goal from the 9. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Burke. And DJ Burke out to the 5-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal. On the tackle, number 98, Terry Alcorn, in his 3rd year out of Youngstown State. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell rolls out. Powell looking and gets down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal, a gain of 2. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie. I hope you all heard that. She's being very soft-spoken today. It'll be 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. She gave a thumbs up. Andy Bennett will come on. This will be from 20 yards to get the Eagles on the board. The kick is up and good. And the Ravens lead it now 6-3. Our field goal fest live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with the whole gang is here tonight. Evil Dead, Braden Man, Jax, TMG, and New England fan who has come out of hibernation. The snow finally melted in Vermont. There's the kickoff from the 4-yard line. On the return, this will be Woody Marks, the running back, out to the 28-yard line. 2:28 left here in the first half. Don't worry, New England fan. Well, New Hampshire, I'm sorry. Did I say Vermont? My bad. Don't be offended. Don't worry, New England fan. The snow will be back late September. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Harris hands off to Marks. And Marks makes his way to the 29, a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Jacoby Bird on the tackle. I got to correct his number. For some reason, it's wrong. He's supposed to be 53. Maybe his jersey got stolen. We'll fix it after the game. 2nd and 9 from the 29-yard line. Harris in the shotgun as we reach the 2-minute warning. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. 2nd and 9 from the 29. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris looking. Throws. And it's overthrown. Incomplete. Delino West had the coverage. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 29-yard line. Third and 9, big third down, 4 wide, make it 5 for the Ravens. Harris drops back, throws, caught wide open. Jason Sigel, the tight end, down to the 47-yard line. 24 yards for Sigel and a Raven first down. I mean, he was open like nobody's business. I mean, look at that. Ravens trying to increase their lead before the half. They can make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. 4 wide from the Eagle 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Harris, a quarterback, well, he kind of hesitated, but he still picked up 7 yards out to the 41-yard line. Kind of a haphazard quarterback draw there. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. 2nd and 3 from the Eagle 41-yard line. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris throws. And it's caught on the sideline by Lawrence Burns out to the 22. That'll be a gain of 19 and a Baltimore first down. Lawrence Burns in his 8th year out of Oregon State. Delino West on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 22. 4 wide again. Harris in the gun. Under a minute left in the half. Harris back. Harris in trouble. Harris has to throw it away. He was being pressured by Elijah McKenzie. He's 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. .52 seconds left until halftime. On 2nd and 10, again 4 receivers wide. Harris draws back. It's a blitz. Gets it off to Marks, and Marks gets taken down for a 1-yard gain. Ravens take a timeout. Nice tackle by DeMarcus Sweet, the 5th-year defensive back out of BYU, the former 49er. Spent 4 years with San Francisco, now in his first year with Philadelphia. 3rd and 9 from the 21-yard line. 4 wide, Harris in the gun. Harris draws back, throws, coming across, making the catch. Number 82, DeMarcus Dixon, down to the 13. A gain of 8. That's going to bring up 4th and inches. We're going to see yet another field goal. How about that? This will be a 30-yard attempt by Belton, unless the Ravens want to go for it here. I'd be tempted to go for it. They're going to kick the field goal. From 30 yards, Rob Belton. Snap, kick is up. And the field goal fest continues. Ravens lead it 3 field goals to 1. They're up 9-3 on the Eagles. 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. Yeah, TDs be damned. We're just kicking field goals today. Dave Justice will kick off for Baltimore with 40 seconds left in the half. There's the kick from the 7-yard line or 8-yard line on the return. That's Stephen Whitney. And Whitney out to the 31-yard line. Whitney in his 3rd year out of the University of Miami. 37 seconds. The Eagles have 2 timeouts. Let's see what they can do before halftime. Don't forget we have the Giants and the Panthers up next, followed by the Vikings and the Buccaneers. 3 games tonight, just like last night. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. In motion is Dominique. Powell back. Powell throws, looking for Alex Dominique. Incomplete. Actually, he was looking for Kenny Green, the running back. He overthrew him a bit too much. 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. 32 seconds left in the half. Alex Dominique is now on the Eagles, formerly on the Bears. Bears let him go after 10 seasons. 2nd and 10 from the 31, 32 seconds left. 3 to the far side. Powell throws, caught, coming across on the catch. That's Terrence Ferguson down to the 42-yard line. 27 yards for Terrence Ferguson. First down, Philadelphia. As I think they took a timeout with 25 seconds left. They did. They have 1 timeout left. Try to get closer. On 1st and 10 for the Raven 42, Powell dumps it off to the side, and Alex Dominique finally makes his first catch. The former Bear, good for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. That stops the clock. He got out of bounds. Four wide, Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. In trouble. Got hit as he threw, incomplete. Applying the pressure, Ben Owens, the defensive tackle. 19 seconds left until halftime. 3rd and 6 from the Raven 39-yard line. It'd be a 56-yard field goal from here. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Powell looking, throws, caught, coming across, making the catch. Number 83. That's Alex Bodie, the rookie out of Georgia Southern. It's like watching the Pats practice. Philadelphia takes their final timeout. They have it 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. That was a 20-yard gain on the previous play. They're going to run a play, not kick a field goal. Okay. You got to get out of bounds. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. Powell back. Powell looking. Rolls out. And Powell in trouble. Takes a sack. And time's going to run out. They have no timeouts. Halftime. The Ravens lead the Eagles 9-3 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week number 1 of our new season. Opening day for these two teams. The Ravens lead the Eagles 9-3. As we get set to start the third quarter, Kick and Uncle has joined us, saying fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles will get the second half kickoff. It'll be fielded at the 5 by Whitney, bringing it back. And Whitney out to the 32-yard line. Nice return there. Stephen Whitney in his 3rd year out of Miami. First and 10, Philadelphia. And the Eagles are only down by 6. They can take the lead with a touchdown. Something that hasn't happened yet in this game. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Powell draws back. Looking, steps up. He's going to take off. And he gets about 2 yards out to the 35-yard line before Aaron Westbrook brings him down, the 4th-year linebacker out of Florida. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 35-yard line. Powell in the shotgun, 4 wide. Make it 5 as Burke goes in motion. Powell looking, throws, dumps it off to Burke. A 3-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. On the tackle there, number 27, Kerry Starnes, the former Giant Lion, now Raven, in his 11th year out of LSU. It'll be 3rd and 5. Yeah, that'll always be my favorite, too. Great song. 3rd and 5 from the 38. Big third down. Powell looking. Powell still looking. Throws near side. Incomplete. Eagles go 3 and out. Looking ahead to next week, Philadelphia will host Miami. And Baltimore next week will be at the Giants. 4th and 5. Back to punt, Caleb Swayze. Swayze gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 19-yard line by Woody Marks. It'll be 1st and 10 Baltimore, leading 9-3. Any type of score by the Ravens puts them up by 2 scores. Our Week 1 Field Goal Fest here at Jammin' Sports. If you like field goals, this has been your game so far this evening. 1st and 10 Baltimore. They come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks up the middle, and Woody Marks out to the 24-yard line, a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Six and a half minutes left here in the third quarter. Low-scoring affair. Harris in the shotgun on second down. 4 wide. Harris back. Throws down the middle, and it's dropped. Lawrence Burns couldn't hold on. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. 6:18 left in the third. Eagles desperately need a stop. And they need their offense to do something. Anything. 3rd and 5 from the 24-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris steps up, rolls out. Harris in trouble. Gets the first down. Out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10 by Key Harris, the 4th-year quarterback out of Grambling State. Picks up the Baltimore first down. Under 6 minutes left in the third. 1st and 10 from their own 34. Harris in the gun. 4 wide. Right in motion. Harris looking. Throws to Griffin Wright, the tight end. And Wright out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 9. Just shy of the marker. It'll be 2nd and inches for the Ravens. Looks like Baltimore's got another drive going here. On 2nd and inches from the 44. Harris under center. Single back. Hands off to Marks. Tries to get outside. And Marks gets taken down for a 1-yard loss back at the 43-yard line. Making the tackle, Eli Hicks, the 11th-year defensive back out of Michigan. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down. Harris in the gun. Right in motion. Harris going to take it himself. Picks up the first down on a quarterback keeper up the middle. Good for 5 yards out to the 48-yard line. First down, Baltimore. Not Jacoby. That was Devontae Ross on the tackle in his 10th year out of North Carolina State. 1st and 10 for the Ravens now at their own 48-yard line. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. Harris fakes the handoff inside. Rolls out. Throws deep. And caught. Maurice Taylor down to the 9. "43 yards to Maurice Taylor. First down, Baltimore. Taylor in his 7th year out of Oregon State. I tell you what, he had a defensive back hanging all over him. Number 34, Cedric Joseph, was all over him. Who picked the Ravens? Jax did, along with TMG. 1st and goal from the 9. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks picks up a yard to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. 3:35 and counting. The way the Eagles offense is playing so far, if the Ravens get a touchdown, I think it puts it out of reach. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris throws underneath. Caught by Marks. Dives in for the touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Woody Marks out of the backfield. The 2nd-year back out of USC. And the Ravens go up now 15-3. If they go for 2, they're chasing points. They may go for 2 to make it an even 14 points. They tend to do that. Yeah, finally a TD. They're going for 2 to make it an even 14. Harris in the gun on the 2-point try. They spread the receivers out. Harris throws quickly. Caught. Incomplete. Was not caught. Jason Siegel couldn't hold on. He was well covered. It remains a 15-3 ball game with 3:20 left to play. Somebody tuning in might think Baltimore has 5 field goals. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, Week 1, opening day of the new season for these two teams. Ravens up by 12, 15-3. Eagles now down by 2 touchdowns. And the Eagles offense hasn't done much. Justice will kick off. From the 3-yard line on the return, this is Don Reese. And Reese out to the 26-yard line. Reese in his 11th year out of Indiana. And now Caden Powell will come back out. The 9th-year quarterback out of Kentucky. The old Kentucky Wildcat. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught out of the backfield. Jason Clark, the tight end, out to the 33, a gain of 7. As we're coming up on 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Philadelphia at their own 33-yard line, down by 12. They come out with a single back. Powell in the shotgun. Powell fakes the handoff inside, throws, caught, making the catch, Alex Dominique, the former Bear, out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 16. It's strange seeing Dominique on a team other than the Bears. He's with Chicago for 10 seasons. In his 11th year at Bethune-Cookman. That's a small college in Florida. First and 10 from the 49-yard line, 4 wide. Powell throws, coming across, making the catch. Number 83, that's going to be Alex Bodie, the rookie. A 7-yard gain to the Raven 44-yard line. So we're coming up on 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Powell in the shotgun, 2nd and 3. Powell to Burke, and DJ Burke gets out to the 41. A gain of 3, and that'll be a first down. First down, Eagles. Philadelphia trying to get back in this game, down by 12. 1:40 left in the third quarter. First and 10 from the Baltimore 41-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell fakes the handoff inside. Powell looking, steps up, takes off, and Powell slides at the 34. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for Philadelphia. Time is winding down here in the third quarter. 3 wide to the near side. Powell in the shotgun. Oh, cool. Powell throws. Caught at the 21. Making the catch is Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. He's had several big catches. That's going to be a gain of 13 down to the 21-yard line. Another Philadelphia first down. Eagles trying to make this a one-score game. First and 10 from the 21. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. In motion now is Burke. Empty backfield. Powell drops back. Powell throws. Making the catch. As Ferguson again down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 12. First and goal, Philadelphia. Terrence Ferguson having a big day. The second-year tight end out of Oregon. First and goal from the 9. We're down to 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Powell in the shotgun. First and goal from the 9. Hands off to Burke. And Burke gets to the 7, a gain of 2. And that will do it for the third quarter. Ravens up 15-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We're in the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 7-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell to Burke. And Burke up the middle, and Burke down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be third and goal. Eagles really need to punch this in. Third and goal from the 2. You can't settle for a field goal here. on 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. The end around to Stackhouse down to the 2-yard line. No gain. It'll be 4th and goal. They kind of have to go for it. Tomorrow, Braden, I'm going to be catching up on some baseball. I'm going to do a baseball doubleheader tomorrow. We'll be back with football on Thursday. 4th and goal from the 2, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. We're in the middle of the American and National League Division or Championship Series. It's a touchdown to Alex Bodie. A 2-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles hold to within 6. The extra point will make it 5. Alex Bodie, the rookie out of Georgia Southern, their first-round draft pick. And now the extra point by Andy Bennett. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. The Eagles are back in it. Ravens up 15-10. Still a lot of time left. Yeah, we'll have the A's and the Yankees, and we'll also have the Marlins and the Diamondbacks, the American League and National League Championship Series. We'll continue with those tomorrow. We'll do a baseball doubleheader, and then back with NFL action on Thursday. Kick and Uncle's making a prediction that the Eagles come back to win it. 18-15. It's doable. Bennett will kick off from the 5-yard line on the return. Trying to pick up the number. That's Walker Preston out to the 27-yard line. Preston, the rookie out of Syracuse. 1st and 10, Ravens. Up by 5. 6:59 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Ravens at their own 27-yard line. Now the Ravens shift. Harris in the shotgun. 4 wide. Harris looking. In trouble. Got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Putting the pressure on number 91, Lawrence Moon, the 9th-year defensive end out of Navy. That'll stop the clock. 6:56 left. 2nd and 10 from the 27, 4 wide. Harris in the gun, right in motion. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris throws, caught by Siegel. Jason Siegel down to the 29. Only a yard on the tackle, number 29. That's Lake Ross, who comes over from the Packers in his 5th year out of Stanford. 39 for Baltimore. Here's where the Eagles need to get a stop. On 3rd and 9, Harris in the shotgun. Harris back, throws, caught, and Siegel doesn't get much. Only a yard. Making the tackle, Everett McGill, the 4th-year safety out of Georgia Tech. It's a 3-and-out for Baltimore. They'll punt. Momentum shifting in this game. You can feel it. Dave Justice will come on to punt in his 10th year out of Air Force. Ravens up 15-10. Eagles need a touchdown. We're coming up on 6 minutes left. Justice gets the punt away. From about the 24-yard line on the return, Don Reese out to the 38. First down, Eagles. Plenty of time. 5:58 left. Take your time. No need to panic here. Well, we finally got a close game. First 3 were kind of blowouts yesterday. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 3 wide to the far side. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Burke, and DJ Burke all the way out to the 48. A gain of 10. First down, Eagles. If we were in Philadelphia, you'd hear the Fly Eagles fly right about now. 5:40 left. These two cities are only about 130 miles apart. They're not that far apart. 1st and 10 Three backs in the backfield. Powell. Play action. Oh, he got hit as he threw, and it affected the pass. Incomplete. On the corner blitz, Vince Ellington applied the pressure in his 7th year out of Indiana. 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. 5:29 left. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Powell fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and Powell picks up 4 to the Raven 48-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6 as Darius Smith came up to make the tackle. We're coming up on 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Ravens up by 5. Powell in the shotgun. Burke in motion. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught. Coming across. Making the catch. Number 82, Terrence Ferguson again. Out to the 32-yard line. It's a 16-yard gain. First down Eagles to keep the drive going. And they're eating up some time as they do it. 4:42 and counting. Powell in the shotgun. Powell. Hands off. This time to Kenny Green. And Green 8 yards out to the 24-yard line. Kenny Green in his 3rd year out of Texas A&M. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Eagles at the Baltimore 24-yard line. Or 2nd and 2, I'm sorry. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Burke in motion. 5 wide. Powell takes the snap. Powell throws. Caught. Underneath. Ferguson again out to the 18-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6. First down Eagles. Under 4 minutes left to play. If the Eagles get a touchdown, you know they're going to go for 2. 4 wide on 1st and 10 from the Raven 18. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back. Looking. Throws deep. And it's incomplete. He threw a jump ball to Dominique, but it was broken up by Vince Ellington. Second and 10 for the Eagles at the Raven 18-yard line. On 2nd and 10. Powell hands off to DJ Burke. And Burke picks up 2 to the 16. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. 3:22 and counting. Big 3rd down right here. You want the touchdown. You don't want a field goal. Powell in the shotgun. 4 wide, but in tight. Powell to Burke. And Burke down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. The linebacker, Benton Hall, on the tackle in his 2nd year out of Purdue. Got an assist from Westbrook. They kind of have to go for it. Under 3 minutes left. I'm sure they will. They're going for it on 4th and 6 from the Raven 13-yard line. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back. Powell looking in trouble. Takes a sack back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 10 yards on the sack. Number 76, Drake Gaithers, the rookie out of Alcorn State. That's a huge sack. It's a turnover on downs. I like the call. I don't like the execution, but I like the call. 1st and 10, Ravens going the other way, up by 5. Under 3 minutes left to play. If you lose, they'll be 1-3 for the season. Ravens up 15-10. 2:40 left. Both teams have really good defenses, so this score really doesn't surprise me. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Right in motion. Harris throws outside. Caught by Lawrence Burns out to the 26, a gain of 3. Eli Hicks on the tackle. What the Eagles have to do is make sure the Ravens don't get a first down. On 2nd and 7, we're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Harris in the shotgun, 4 wide. They're going to run it down to the 2-minute warning. They do. 2 minutes left. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. Part of the Camden Yards Sports Project complex. They shared the parking lot. On 2nd and 7, Harris to Marks, who gets out to the 31. A gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 for Baltimore. This is ball game right here as the Eagles take a timeout. If the Ravens get the first down, they can pretty much wrap up this game. Third and 2. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. Harris hands off to Marks, and the Eagles are right there. Number 93, Ryan Ginsberg, the 9th-year defensive tackle out of Eastern Washington, makes the stop. A loss of a yard or two. 2-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 4. And the Ravens are going to have to punt. Philadelphia takes the timeout. The Eagles are going to have one more shot. Justice back to punt. And Justice gets the punt away. From the 20-yard line on the return is Don Reese out to the 24. So Philadelphia, they have 1:48 to work with. They have one timeout. They're down by 5. They need a touchdown. Can Caden Powell lead the team down the field? We'll find out. The Raven defense is tough. Four wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught on the near side by Stackhouse. Out to the 32. A gain of 9 for Jason Stackhouse. Clock is moving. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 32. They'll opt for the hurry up. Four receivers set wide. Powell in the shotgun. 2nd and 1. Powell back. Powell looking. Throws. And it's nearly picked off. Broken up by Deshaun Edwards, the 3rd-year defensive back at Louisiana Tech. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Philadelphia. 1:18 left. That'll stop the clock. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. 3rd and 1. Powell back. Powell, they pick up the first down as they dump it off to Ferguson. Out to the 39, a gain of 7. Clock is moving, 1:07 and counting. Don't sit there and showboat. Give the ball to the official. Under a minute to play. 3 to the far side. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back. Powell looking. Rolls out. In trouble. And he takes a sack back at the 35. Kevin Riddick, in his 10th year out of Dayton, makes the sack. A loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. Clock is moving. 35 seconds. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell in trouble. Rolls out. Throws back across. Incomplete. 24 seconds left. And that'll bring up 3rd and 14 from the 35-yard line. Eagles need a touchdown. They're still 65 yards away. 3rd and 14. 4 wide. They still have a timeout. They can throw it down the field. They shift. Bring everybody in tighter. Powell in the shotgun. Back to throw. Looking. Needs to get rid of it. Throws. Dumps it off to Ferguson. They only get 5 or 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 8. They take their final timeout with 18 seconds left. Now Philadelphia needs a miracle. That sack really hurt them. We're down to 18 seconds, and it's 4th down. 4th and 8. 5 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Powell looking. Powell steps up. Powell throws, and it's incomplete. He tried to get it out to Kenny Green. The pass was broken up by Darius Smith. It'll be a turnover on downs. Baltimore will take over. One more snap, and this one's over. And the Ravens will be victorious. As Jax gets it right. Evil Dead gets it wrong. As does Braden. Harris in the victory formation takes a knee. And that, my friends, will do it. The final seconds will tick away. Your final score: Baltimore 15, Philadelphia 10. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Giants Panthers up next. We'll see you then.